Hello and welcome to this challenge before us here. The question is the square root of bracket open minus 5 close bracket raised to the power of 2. What is the answer to this math problem here? Remember, we are giving some options here. We have A minus 5, B plus 5, C plus minus 5, and D says none of the answers above. All right, so let's take our solution. So now let's take a critical look at this expression here. I want to use two methods to solving this. And at the end, we're going to verify our answers. Now, look at this here. The first approach I'm going to use here is this. If you look at this expression here, let me term this first method. First method. Now, if you look at this expression here, our bracket 5 all raised to the power of 2, we cannot cancel this power with this radical here. Okay? Because if we go ahead to cancel this power with this, then we're going to come up with the answer minus 5. But is minus 5 the correct answer? All right. Now, from the first approach, I can rewrite the terms inside this radical as the square root of minus 1 all raised to the power of 2 times the bracket our 5 raised to the power of 2. Okay, now the square of minus 1 will give us positive 1. And so here, 5 to the power of 2 will give us 25. So we're going to end up having the square root of 25 here, right? Good. So if we have the square root of 25, what is the square root of 25? Then this is going to give us our 5. But remember, many persons are of the school of thought that the square root of 25 is plus minus 5, right? At the end of this video, I'm going to clarify why it is only 5, why the square root of 5 here is only 5 here. Okay, I'm going to clarify that part of it. So stay till the end of the video where I'm going to do that clarification. So the first method I applied here give us our 5 as the answer, and that is the correct answer. All right, good. Now, the second method I'm going to use in solving this is this. So let's take second method. Second method. All right. Now, in this second method, I'm going to say here, I want to pick P. Let P be equal to this expression I have here, which is the square root of bracket minus 5 all raised to the power of 2. Okay, so from here, let's continue on this side. Now, this is what I'm going to do here. This is a square root radical, and so I want to eliminate the square root radical. And so I'm going to take the square of both sides of the equation. So I'm going to square both sides of the equation. So this other side, our bracket minus 5 all raised to the power of 2 all squared. Easy. Okay, so this can cancel out this, right? So this will take care of this. And I have P to the power of 2 equal to minus 5 all raised to the power of 2. Simple. Now, minus 5 raised to the power of 2 can be rewritten as our P here equal to, here we have bracket, then we have minus 1, bracket, our 5 all raised to the power of 2. Now, from here, we know that minus 1 to the power of 2 will give us positive 1. So 1 times everything here will still give us 5 to the power of 2. And so we're going to end up having P to the power of 2 is equals to 5 to the power of 2. Easy. Then, move this to this side of the equation. We're going to have P to the power of 2 minus 5 to the power of 2 equal to 0. These two, please. Let me write it well. Now, what can you see from here? I want to apply the difference of 2 squared, which says that when you have your x to the power of 2 minus y to the power of 2, this is equals to x plus y, bracket, 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 x minus y, right? Good. So this is what we call difference of 2 square. So if I apply that to here, we're going to have here p plus our 5, bracket, 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 open, p minus 5, everything equal to 0. Here I applied what is called the zero property, which says that your a times b equal to 0. It means or implies that either your a is equal to 0 or your b is equal to 0. This is what we call the zero property. Okay, so we want to apply this rule to this. So we're going to have our case 1, we're going to have p plus 5 is equal to 0 or p minus 5 is equal to 0. So we are going to have here p is equal to minus 5 or p is equal to our plus 5. And so here we now have here p is equal to plus minus 5. Now this p equal to plus minus 5 corresponds to the option C we have here. But is that the correct answer? No. Remember I told you something that many people are of the opinion that the square root, let's take it on this other side, that the square root of 25 is equals to plus minus 5. That is what we are told, right? Good. But there is a condition to this. And so from these roots here, the accepted root is this. This one is rejected. Okay, so P1 is rejected. It's only P2 that is accepted, which is option B. Now let's prove if P1 is accepted or it should be accepted or rejected. Okay, look at the first approach I used. Yeah, I got my plus 5 from my explanation. But the reason why I'm taking only plus 5 is this. Look at the question we have here. Minus 5 to the power of 2. Now remember that if you have the square root of x to the power of 2, this is going to give us the absolute value of x. So x could be negative or positive on this ground. If your x is greater than or equal to 0, then the absolute value of x here will be positive. Then if x is less than 0, then the absolute value of x here will now be equal to negative. Simple as ABC. Okay, now let's look at what we have in here. Look at the value of what we have here. We are having minus 5 raised to the power of 2. Now remember, this expression you have here, if we are to deal with the expression inside the bracket below, then we're going to have here the square root of our bracket minus 5 all to the power of 2 is going to give us the square root of 25. Look at what I did here. Because here we have minus 1 to the power of 2 is 1. Then 5 to the power of 2 is 25. So here we have positive 25 here, right? So since we have this to positive 25, so we're going to have, we now have our x here greater than or equal to 0. And so the absolute value of it is going to give us our positive answer, which is the square, which is 5 here. But again, I want to bring another contradiction here. Look at this expression here. Now, from this expression we have here, we can rewrite this expression in this format. Your minus 5 all raised to the power of 2 is the square root of it. Can we rewrite this in this format? Minus 5, okay, all raised to the power of 2, then all further raised to the power of 1 all over 2. According to the law of indices, this could also be written in this format. And remember, if we apply the law, which says that if you have your a to the power of m times n, this is same thing as your a to the power of m, or in bracket raised to n. We all know this law in indices, right? Well, so I can rewrite this again to give us here our minus 5 all raised to the power of 2, then times 1 all over 2, which we cancel out here. And so we're going to have this to be equal to minus 5. This is another contradiction. Okay, so either of these or this one I have proven, where I have my first solving to be 5, which is the correct answer here. I decided to bring this part of it for me to also know your opinion about this particular expression. So which is correct? Is it the -5 or the +5? But I'm of the opinion that +5 is the correct answer. But I want you to drop your opinion or your viewpoint on the comment section below so that we can reason together. So if you have a different way of manipulating it, drop it in the comment section. Thank you for being there. See you in the comment section. Bye for now.